Thousands of years ago, kings and queens of Egypt were buried here with their treasures, with great grandeur and splendor. These beautiful tombs, filled with treasures, were looted over time, but only one tomb was found by us in its original state. How did this tomb escape the looters? When and how was it found? Let's find out. This tomb belonged to King Tutankhamun, who ruled Egypt about 3,500 years ago. Because the news of King Tutankhamun's mummy and the royal treasures found here created a stir worldwide. For this reason, the process of people coming from all corners of the world to see this treasure began. Thousands of things made of pure gold were part of this treasure, including a necklace that was adorned with precious stones of various colors. Among these stones, the largest and most beautiful stone can be seen embedded in the center of the necklace. While all other things were recognizable by everyone, this beautiful stone on the necklace had not been seen by anyone before. Thousands of mineralogists and stone experts were called, but its real truth could not be revealed. In our world, more than 200 gemstones are found, but surprisingly, this strange stone was very different from all of them. There was something in this piece of priceless stone that surprised everyone. The people there were forced to believe that this stone from Tutankhamun's necklace was either a magical stone or it had been brought from some other planet. 0 hours, 1 minute, and 55 seconds. 582. After years, a group of scientists and mineralogists decided to find out the truth of this stone. For the first time, it was lab tested, because they too believed that whatever would happen would come out through the test. But instead of the matter being resolved, it became more complicated. From the laboratory test, one thing became clear. What was being considered a stone for so many years was actually not a stone, but a piece of glass. But the thing that was troubling the experts was that the properties of this piece of glass were very different from the glass found normally. Normally, glass is volcanic, meaning it turns into glass when molten hot lava cools down for some reason. When lava encounters water, it turns into black, crystalline glass. But this piece of glass did not look volcanic, nor could anything like this be proven in lab tests. From laboratory tests, it was also revealed that this piece of glass was made at a temperature of over 1,800 degrees Celsius, whereas lava coming out of volcanoes is only about 1,100 degrees Celsius. Where did this piece of glass come from, which ancient Egyptians had 3,500 years ago? And this was the question that kept the research team troubled. Egyptologists, scientists, and mineralogists from all over the world put their heads together, because the glass from Tutankhamun's necklace had now become a mystery. Years passed, but unfortunately, no one could figure out where this priceless glass came from. But then, the day everyone was waiting for finally arrived. The African Sahara is so vast that it has engulfed many countries in its lap. This desert, spread over 9.2 million square kilometers, also includes Egypt. The city of Cairo, where the treasure of Tutankhamun is in a museum, is about 1,000 kilometers away from it. In the middle of the desert, a caravan was passing through. They noticed that in this part of the desert, in the distance, things were shining on the sand. Upon going closer, it was found that not thousands but millions of pieces of glass were scattered on the hot sand. And this glass was of the same kind that was found in Tutankhamun's necklace. This sight was quite strange, because where no one could pass for years, there were countless pieces of strange glass, many of which were buried in the sand. It seemed like something very big had happened here in some era, due to which this desert glass was formed. While for years there was no information about these glass pieces, now hundreds of thousands of pieces were scattered before the researchers. Now the question was, how did they reach here? Sample models were lab tested. It was found that they contained some particles that were not related to our Earth, but another very important piece of information was also obtained through this test. This piece of glass is about 30 million years old. Scientists believed that it had only one meaning. A very big meteoroid must have fallen in this area. Meteors fall on Earth every day, but when they enter Earth's atmosphere, they catch fire due to friction and turn into vapor before reaching the ground. But if a meteoroid is very large, it can reach Earth and cause a huge explosion, 10,000 times bigger than a nuclear bomb. The heat generated from it is as hot as the surface of the sun. The biggest sign of a meteor falling is that it leaves behind a law. But then Farouk El-Baz, a scientist and geologist, finally solved this complicated puzzle. Dr. Farouk identified a spot in this desert, 1,000 kilometers away from Cairo, with the help of satellite images where a meteorite had fallen at some point. Along with being a geology expert, he also stated that 7,000 years ago, this area was lush green with rivers and many lakes. Since this glass is 30 million years old, the landscape was different back then. About 100 kilometers from here, when a meteor composed of sand burned over the stone mountains, it might have melted the sandstone, turning it into molten lava. This flowing lava, upon hitting the water, cooled down instantly, forming this des silica glass, which flowed 100 kilometers to this spot. Solving the mystery of the desert glass took scientists a full 100 years, and this glass is also called desert or pure silica glass, found only in this desert of Africa. Due to the movement of sand dunes with the changing winds every year, new pieces of glass buried underneath are brought to the surface. The research team has found the largest piece to date, weighing 26 kilograms. What is your opinion on this video? Please let us know in the comments below. If you liked the video, please like and share it with as many people as possible. And for more such interesting information, subscribe to our YouTube channel.